Welcome to Coach Chloe, the journey of self love. Today is episode 9, and the title is The Power of Self Talk, Part 2. On any given day, you have 60 to 80,000 thoughts running through your mind. On any given day, you talk to yourself more than any other person, even the person you're closest to. Most of your thoughts are repetitive. The more you think about the same thing, the stronger that thought becomes. You begin to believe it. It becomes the lens through which you experience life. In the last episode, we talked about the impact of positive self talk in our lives. Today, we're going to talk about silence and noise. Listen to the noise and sounds around you. Listen. Can you hear it? Silence and noise. People chatter, horns honking, traffic noises, phones ringing, dogs barking, television commentaries in the background, keyboard clicks, text notifications, noise, 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 noise. When there is so much noise, we cannot hear our thoughts. Why? Because our thoughts adds to the volume of the noise. Some of us are great at compartmentalizing. Most of us cannot. We get sucked into the noise. We forget our true life values and quickly get swallowed up in the noise until we cannot hear who we are and what we really think. Our self talk becomes polluted with the noise, and we forget the essence of who we are, who you truly are. I remember growing up, and my brother loved singing a song by Simon and Garfunkel, The Sound of Silence. And here's the lyrics to two of the verses. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again because a vision softly creeping left its seed while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. Further down, a few verses later, and in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Self talk happens in our minds, dreams happen in our minds, decisions happen in our minds. I today I wanted to read a journal entry that I'd written when my son Jethro moved out on his own to start his life. So here goes. I have always lived with someone else. My house was noisy, with the constant sound of my son's feet on the wooden floors, and his deep voice echoing and resonating through the hallways. It was comforting to me. But now there's an unfamiliar silence that I'd never experienced before since he's gone. I feel lost and confused. And I can't tell if it's my loneliness or the lack of noise that's causing my discomfort. This kind of silence is different from any other kind of silence I'd experienced before. I'm starting to realize that even silence can be a sound, but I don't know how to describe it. And a few months later, here's the journal entry. Sitting in the silence over the months has become more friendly. I'm getting used to the silence. I can't hear noises anymore. I can just hear the silence and the thoughts in my head. The thoughts that I could not hear before, I could hear now loudly and clearly. I could hear myself talk. I could see who I am and who I was becoming. I could see the true me. Finally, the silence has taught me who I am. I could finally hear my own voice. And I realized how much I was spending time with myself. I became my best and trusted friend. So when I get up every morning, I smile to myself and I say, "Hello, gorgeous. Today is the best day of the rest of your life." That's my journal entry. It doesn't matter that I'm getting off bed and my face is not washed and, my hair is all ruffled. To me, I was gorgeous inside. The inside, the person inside, that's who I was addressing. Our thoughts shape how we live, how we see the world every day, how we make decisions, how we treat ourselves and others. So, for this week, here's my challenge to you: find the silence in your life, in your day to day, every day. Find a few moments of silence. Remove the noise and the clutter of life. Life will always have clutter until we make a choice, a decision to say, no, I want to spend time with myself so I can hear my thoughts. My life is shaped by my thoughts. So I can talk myself into the life that I want. Here's a quote of mine that I always love to end with. Your story is changing, and you are the storyteller of your story. Your story is your thoughts. The new story of your life are your thoughts. Who you are becoming are your thoughts. It's your self talk. It's what you sing to yourself about who you want to be. What you tell your brain is what your brain remembers. And here's what really matters: who you are becoming is greater than who you were before this moment. So please go ahead and click like or drop in the chat one thing that you will commit to, one thing that gets you excited about making silence your friend. Because when you make silence your friend, you can hear a pin drop. And that pin drop is even louder than your thoughts. So just being in the silence and discovering who you are. I can't wait to continue the conversation over the next few episodes because there's so much inside me in the silence. Everything that I'm sharing with you right now came from the silence. So, people, it's time to change our lives and listen to the sound of silence. Next week, for another Mind Hack episode, get ready for it. Your life is about to take off. See you soon.